What are you doing? Also, this is weird. Oh, I think I know what happened. This is... If I look... Like, normally you should have automatically put it in the starting soon screen, but it hasn't. Weird. Okay. Let me take a look. Oh, I see what happened. Right. Okay, so like basically my Twitch are not connected to Sammy, so that's why. Okay, I don't need this. Okay, so that explains. Okay, so I'm gonna start the ads now while I try fixing that.
Who's that Pokemon?
Where? Oh, that's how. Okay, and then okay, if I switch to this, go here. I have my bot account on a logged in on a separate browser, so I'd like to make it much easier for me for this. And now I'll wait until we're back from the ads before I get into it. Yeah, this looks like such a silly game, and from what I saw, it's fairly short. Like, I saw a video of like a full run. It was like a bit over 3 hours, so I think I might be able to do it on directly one stream, or maybe two at most. So like, it's not like it's gonna be a huge commitment, but yeah, it looks really funny. Like at least like as a concept, it looks funny. So I'm excited to see it. But yeah, at least now I should be connected to Twitch. Wait a minute, did the ads not start because of the fact that I was not connected? Now that I think about it, yeah, that might not have worked. Are you guys in ads or not? Yeah, I just realized that I might have made a mistake for that. Oops.
It's Avalug.
Okay, so let me mute the music. Like, normally it would stop, but because of the issues we've had, I don't think it's gonna actually end. So I'll just mute. And I'll unmute the game. only thing I know is from the trailer itself. So barely anything. So quiet. You think they forgot? Oh yeah, that's what they put in the trailer. Like that scene is what they. That's basically the trailer. Forget a royal visitation? No one could make such a blunder, princess. Well, I guess I should just go in then. I'm not laughing at like this scene, I'm laughing at the remix. They even have the sound effect. You'd think that after so many years of doing this, I'd be used to the stress. Longtime friend and defendant in this case. The victim, owner of the London Ranch and Melon's loving father. So why am I shaking? Yeah, I guess it's a lot worse when it's your friend's life that's on the line. Oh, that's a remix of Song of Storms. Come on, gotta look professional. She can't see you like this. Speaking of her though, where is she anyway? I love how it's like a remix of the Ocarina of Time soundtrack, but the Ace Attorney sound effects. Hey you, over there! Huh? What is it, Attorney? The trial isn't starting yet. But it will be soon, right? Would you happen to know why my client isn't here yet? I didn't get to speak much with her when she was arrested, so... I was hoping I could at least exchange a word with her now. Well, you weren't the only one with the idea. I believe she's currently in the prosecutor's lobby. Now that I think about it, I probably should have put on the suit. Just like for the Ace Attorney look on my sprite. What? What is up with this guy? He bars me from the crime scene, blocks my detention center visits, and now this? Not to worry, she will definitely be here before the trial. Great. That will be a joyous 5 minutes indeed. But there's nothing I can do but wait. Sometime later. Okay, this is ridiculous. How much longer can you keep her? See? There she is. No need to get all worked up. Is something wrong? Did I hear shouting? So much for looking professional. No, don't worry. Everything's fine. This is Malin. Ever since we met in Hyrule Castle Town all those years ago, we've been great friends. Our heart's in the right place. I know she cared deeply about our father. If everything's fine, why do you look so worried? Well... How did the investigation go? Did you find anything? Yes. The investigation. I found tons of, groundbreaking stuff. Particularly that my opponent's a real scumbag. What did the prosecutor want from you anyway? Well, it was mostly just threats. He kept explaining in detail what'll happen to me if I'm found guilty. Doesn't sound like a vital discussion that needed to happen right before the trial. He probably just did that so we wouldn't have as much time to talk. You believe in me, right? I didn't do it. I never. Of course I believe you. Although, I'll be honest, things aren't looking very good right now. What's that you've got there? Oh, this is just a pictograph of father I carry around. I can't believe it's just gone. I wish I knew how to cheer her up right now. Not very good at handling emotional clients. Hey, you know, that pictograph could be really useful for the trial. Oh? How so? Well, you look so happy together. I can present it to show that you two had a great relationship. You really think so? Well, here you go then. Mal's pictograph added to the court record. At least I'll be walking in there with something other than my badge. But wait, we shouldn't just be idly chatting. Anyway, there's not much time left. I know it's hard to talk about, but could you tell me what actually happened? I don't stand much chance. I don't stand much chance if I don't know your version of the story. I understand. Unfortunately, there really isn't much to. The trial is starting! Defendant, attorney, please enter the courtroom at once. Uh-oh. Shouldn't have said that stuff about having no chance. Alright, everything will be fine. The prosecutor has been playing me for a fool since this began, but sooner or later, his arrogance will be his undoing. Let's head inside. My name is Link. I've been a defense attorney for the last 7 years. I've won my fair share of cases and lost some too, but this one is personal. There's so much at stake here. Not only do I have to save Malon's life, I gotta find out who did this to Talon. Talon, he was always so kind. He didn't deserve this. I need to do him justice. I can't lose this. Court is now in session for the trial of Malon of Long Lawn Ranch. The defense is ready, Your Honor. I sincerely doubt that. What were they thinking, pitting me against some pathetic kid? Pathetic kid? Who gives you the right to? Still your tongue. You bring shame upon the fine color of your hair, vile woman. Before long, the world shall know the horrible deeds you've committed. Let's not prolong the inevitable. Shall we begin? Now, this court is no place to be exchanging insults. Since the prosecution seems ready as well, let's hear their opening statement. The opening statement shall also be the closing one. The girl did it. It's obvious. She killed her own father in cold blood. Also, she could have the ranch to herself. Couldn't wait for the old fool to die naturally, could you, you greedy little rat? Objection! Your Honor, you can't allow this man to verbally abuse the defendant like this. Ha! She committed murder, kid. She deserves every bit of scorn she gets. Do you believe a little less commentary wouldn't go amiss? Bah! I assure you, old man, you will change your opinion once you see all the damning evidence. Who is this guy? How can he speak to the judge like that? Ganondorf Dragmeyer. Looks like I've been lucky to avoid meeting this man until now. The stories I've heard about him must be true. a boorish barbarian of a man hailing from the Gerudo province. Apparently, he prided himself on the nearly clean streak he's cultivated for decades, all while disrespecting everyone in the court, including the judge. I've even heard some attorneys refer to him as the King of Evil. Definitely has that look at the very least. Who wears full armor to court? Oh, also, I have to say, I love the how Link even has like the Phoenix Wright expressions, like back hunching, this sweat. They don't seem to like me talking, so I'll just let the detective present the basics. Bring Impa of the Chica Force to the stand. Well, here we go. The first battle. I know Impa, she's quite a competent detective. Which worries me. Like, this pose is so good. Please let her have made a mistake just this once. Alright, state your name and whatever it is you pretend to do. Oh my god, that outfit though. You never change, do you, prosecutor? Any possible change would be for the worse. Now, stop wasting time. Name and occupation. Oh man. Very well. I'm Impa, head detective of the Chica Force, Homicide Division. True for now, at least. Well, what are you waiting for? Start talking. You were the one assigned to this case, so you know all about it. What calamity has befallen our fair kingdom? Still can't be bothered to give a proper opening statement. Suppose I can do the prosecutor's job for him this time for the sake of an unbiased look. Please go ahead, detective. The incident happened early yesterday morning on Lon Lon Ranch, a local supplier of goods located just south of Castletown. Wait, yesterday? So, like, the murder happened at the trials the day after? And you expect me to be... You expect us to think that it's a fair trial? That it was enough time to investigate? The current owner of the homestead, Talent, was found dead in his ranch house. A tragic loss for a kingdom, for sure. I have seen the man around Castletown a number of times, delivering goods. Also, this is a remix of a K-Bora song. Quite. The owner was a rather important figure in the local community. In any case, we're alerted of the scene of the murder by the Royal Guard, who were on official business. Official business? What kind? As I understand, that ranch provides the kingdom with vital services. To ensure it is operating as it should, and as a gesture of appreciation, the crown orders a visitation to the ranch every year. I see. A scheduled annual visit. Continue, detective. When the Chica Force arrived, they found the victim bleeding out onto the floor. Next to him lay his daughter, Malin, breathing but unresponsive. After a thorough investigation, we arrested her, as she was deemed the only possible culprit. That about covers the gist of what happened. Very nice and succinct. Keep that up, and perhaps it will keep your job. Oh, I don't think the good detective here has much to worry about that, given she's the head of the department. Which reminds me, why is the head of detectives herself on a case like this? Were the other detectives unavailable? That would be because I've been assigned to this case by order of the King of Hyrule himself. The King himself assigned you? That doesn't happen very often, does it? I am not a judge. I'm the defense attorney. I'm the defense attorney. How am I supposed to call it? Like, Link, but Phoenix Wright coded. You are correct, Your Honor. I am not usually involved in field work like this. This time, however, the king felt it was necessary because of who was involved. Who is involved? Is the death of a ranch worker really such a concern for the king? Yes, it is in Zelda. Like, this is all the world of Hyrule. This is... And the judge is like a modified version of Roruru. the prosecutor is Ganon. Phoenix Wright is Link. The defendant is Malon. The deceased is Talon. Yeah, I found out. Like, I found a trailer of this ROM hack yesterday, and I thought, this is way too funny. I need to play this. Yes, he's a prosecution. He's a prosecutor. Yeah, he is. You'll see very quickly. Probably. And Impa is the chief detective. Well, as I said, Lowland Ranch is a very important supplier of goods, to be sure. But that's not who I meant. Imagine the king wanted the top investigators on this job because it was a royal princess herself who discovered the crime scene. Like, you saw the court. Order. I will have order. The thing I'm like, the light medallion on the gavel is a nice touch. I think the only thing that would have been the only thing I think it would have been funnier would have been if it was like a smaller megaton hammer. But this is still a good one though. The royal princess Zelda witnessed the crime. Ha! And there you have it. This case rides on the princess's own words. To doubt it would be to doubt your own royalty. This is bad. Can't really object to that. Very well. If the princess is testifying today, it's better we don't make her needlessly wait. Detective, please testify about exactly why the defendant was arrested. Witness testimony. The reasons for arrest. It is with regret that I agree with Dragmire. All the evidence points towards this girl being the culprit. I love the remixes for this, and the mix of Ace Attorney sound effects with this soundtrack. Although I wouldn't have minded if like there were a few Ace Attorney tracks in like the Ocarina of Time sound font. I think that would have been cool too. We determined that the murder definitely took place inside of the ranch house. There were only 3 people on the ranch: the victim, the defendant, and a worker who has an alibi for the time of the crime. The defendant was found unconscious right in front of the victim, who was bleeding out onto the floor. Furthermore, she was holding a weapon. Without a doubt, that's what was used to kill the victim. She seems like such a bright girl. It's most unfortunate. Your Honor, I would like to submit these pieces of evidence to the court. First, I have the autopsy report performed by the Crown's top coroner. Autopsy report added to the court record. And here's what we determined to be the murder weapon, which we took from the defendant's hands. So added to the court record. To make sure we had the correct weapon, we conducted a very thorough investigation. Naturally, we searched everyone and thoroughly examined the ranch and its vicinity. Nothing unusual was found, but to be safe, we also checked the ranch's inventory list to see whether anything was missing. The list matches the items we found on the ranch exactly, and nothing but the saw had fresh blood on it. Ranch inventory added to the court record. That does sound quite compelling. Let's take a look. What does the autopsy report say? Deep irregular wound made with a sharp metal object. Victim died from loss of blood no later than 8 a.m. A supposed murder weapon found in Melon's hands, clean of blood. Ranch inventory. A list of equipment on the ranch. Press A for details. Four rakes, 4 garden hose. Also, oh my, I love how they really matched the Ace Attorney image quality of this one. 2 hammers, 6 knives, 1 wood saw, 8 saddles, 28 horseshoes, 3 axes, 2 brooms, sewing harnesses, cow nose rings, horse carts, wheelbarrows, water hoses, drag harrows, post pounders, shovels, flails, shovels, scythes. That does sound quite compelling. This must have been a truly terrifying scene. Dying from a wound made by a weapon like this is extremely painful. This only helps prove the defendant's viciousness. At this rate, they're going to paint Malin as some sort of heartless monster. There is one more thing I feel like I should mention, for the sake of completeness. Shortly after we arrived at the ranch, a courier showed up to take some milk shipments. Of course, business must go on. Is this really necessary to enter into evidence, though? So wait a minute. Yeah, that's what I wanted to activate. I just wanted to activate the channel point reward for like petting Pokemon. Like you can change them. Is this really necessary to enter into the evidence though? Shipments did end up leaving the ranch, so I feel it bears mentioning. Were the contents checked before you let them go? Naturally, who do you take us for? Even though the worker handling the shipment did get quite worked up about it, we cracked all the boxes open to check what was inside. In the end, it did turn out to only be milk bottles, so we let them through. Very well, thank you for the thoroughness, detective. Milk shipments added to the court record. So what happens now? Well, this is where I step in and perform a cross-examination. Ah, great. How does that work? Huh? Could you explain what you're going to be doing? Can't hurt to go over this again. Sure, why not? The witness will repeat her testimony. I'll be able to scroll back and forth through individual statements by pressing A and B, or with D-pad or joystick. They'll just repeat it as many times as you want. That's right. I have to consider every little detail. Can't miss a thing. If I want more info about something, I can use L or Z to press a statement and ask the witness a question. Grill them for info. Yep, since the witness has to come up with an answer on the spot. If they're lying, prompting for more info can make them slip up. Most importantly though, if I find something that doesn't line up with the evidence, I can press R to bring up the court record. The court record is basically a list of all of the evidence, right? Yes, I can open it anytime if I need to recheck the facts. So choosing to contradict an item, I'll press C up to raise an objection and present my doubts to the court. Oh, and I can not only present evidence but profiles as well. Profiles? The court record contains a list of all the people involved too. I can switch between evidence and profiles with R. If I need to review what's been said recently, I can also press start to see a history of messages. I see, that makes sense. Is the defense done whispering? Sorry. He's so upset about it. Why doesn't he just press C right to skip ahead? The defense is ready to cross-examine the witness. Bah. A waste of time. Sincerely hope you're not implying that standard court procedure is a waste of time, Mr. Dragmeyer. In any case, we're ready. Defense, please begin the cross-examination. The reason for arrest. Hold it. What makes you think she's the culprit? Just about to tell you, stay quiet and listen. Right, sorry. Indeed, as I was saying. Okay, so let's skip then to like the part that I think. Okay, the alibi actually. Hold it. 3 people, you say? Guess that would have to be Mr. Ingo. Objection! Let me stop you before you start getting too excited. If you had listened to the rest of what the detective said, you'd notice she mentioned an alibi. Indeed. We're pretty certain that a ranch worker couldn't have been involved. Well, what is this alibi then? Remember that I brought up some outgoing milk shipments? Well, the worker, Ingo, was in charge of them. He left the ranch house first thing in the morning and was busy preparing the shipments after that. Is that so? Surely he could have gotten away from that for one quick little murder. Objection. This wouldn't just be a quick little murder as you so crudely put it. You have to have taken steps to hide his involvement too. There was definitely not enough time for that. Fortunately, I agree. Bringing a shipment is a lot of work. You have to milk all the cows, clean all the bottles, pour the milk out into them, arrange them all into crates, and finally load it all up into a wagon. Usually I had to do it together with Father to finish before the courier arrived. The shipments were already ready when we shipped at the ranch. When we checked the boxes, they were all fully loaded with filled milk bottles. So this Ingo was able to do the work of 2 people all on his own? Isn't that a bit odd? Objection. Odd or not, he evidently did just that. Clearly he's a man dedicated to his job. Perhaps the girl and her father are just very inefficient. This whole thing seems awfully suspicious if you ask me. But I guess I have nothing to dispute it with. No, not this part. Not this part. Huh? Hold it. And just how did you do that? It's quite simple. There was no blood found anywhere else. Had the victim been attacked at some other location, we'd expect a trail of it leading to the scene. Couldn't the killer have just cleaned it all up? Certainly not. The path to the ranch house at Long Ranch is not paved in any way. Cleaning blood off the ground would require disturbing the soil. Naturally, we found nothing of the sort. Bah. There wouldn't have been enough time to pull that off anyway. Likely true. Right, that sounds like the location of the crime scene is pretty fair, but I'm not giving up yet. Hold it! She sure is. We've known each other for years. Yet she murdered her father in cold blood. How curious. Perhaps they're just bad judges of character, both of you. No way. Just give me some time and I'm going to prove it. Do you see anything wrong yet? Well, usually it's difficult to find anything wrong with the basic facts of the case. That said, I do think I saw one small thing. Really? That's great. Sure is, because I've got to poke all the holes I can find before the princess gets here. Hold it! Malin fainted? Correct. We couldn't get her to wake for a long time. Eventually decided to administer a healing fairy so she could be questioned. Guess finding the body that was just that much of a shock, huh? Ha! Probably just pretending, trying to make it look like she had merely found a body. In any event, furthermore, she was holding a weapon. Without a doubt, that's what was used to kill the victim. Hold it. And how can you be so sure of this? Look at the autopsy report. Deep irregular wound made with a sharp metal object. This was the only sharp implement in the ranch house that could produce such a wound. And as I've already mentioned, we also looked closely at all other sharp things on the ranch. None had recent blood on them. It still doesn't necessarily mean that the saw was the murder weapon. Maybe the real culprit hit the real one. Objection. Oh yeah? Prove it then. Show us the real murder weapon. I definitely don't have any way to do that. Still, something bothers me about that saw. So you have nothing? What a waste of time. See anything wrong yet? Actually, isn't there more than one saw? Objection. What do you think of this statement, Your Honor? What do I think of it? Why do you ask? Well, I have this evidence here. Objection. No, Sir Judge, this evidence has nothing to do with what's being discussed. Oh, don't worry, I knew that. Attorneys always seem to ask what I think when they have no idea what they're talking about. Chat. Wait, how do I... What do I have then? Profiles? No. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna help. What is it, the autopsy? Wait a minute. Oh? Was it cleaned after, or was there no blood at any point? That is the real question. Let's try. This seems like a fairly large oversight. Just want to make sure of something. The state of the saw, the state of the saw is currently in. The state the saw is currently in is how you found it at the scene of the crime. That's correct. That's strange, considering how much the victim bled out and how deep his wound was. Why is there no blood on the supposed murder weapon? Is that all you have? Huh? Naturally, the prosecution has an explanation for why the saw is clean. Behold, this cloth was found in the defendant's other hand. You can plainly see it is stained with blood. Defendant simply wiped the murder weapon in a futile attempt to hide her involvement. Objection. No one was trying to hide her involvement. Why didn't she just leave the crime scene? Obviously, she was trying to hide the body before the royal visitation had arrived at the ranch. Fortunately for her, it just so happened that the delegation arrived quite a bit earlier than scheduled. In a panic, she quickly wiped the saw off and pretended to faint to make it look like she just stumbled upon the scene. Young lady, things are not looking very good for you right now. Court accept this bloodied cloth into evidence. So, what's the story with this cloth? Well, so I was doing a final check around the ranch and noticed that part of the fence around the horse paddock was damaged. Not entirely sure when that happened, but sometimes one of the horses just gets a bit too rowdy, you know? Right. Anyway, I didn't want to bother Mr. Ingo about it, so I tried to cut up a new rail by myself to patch it up. But when the saw slipped, I cut my hand open. Oh goddesses, are you okay? Well, it wasn't that bad. It did bleed quite a lot though, so I used that cloth to quickly bandage the wound. I was actually going into the ranch house to ask father to help me with the fence. A likely story. And impossible to verify now, of course. Chico forced had to use a fairy on the defendant to get her out of her supposed unconsciousness. You have to give her some credit. She is one cunning woman. She knew that would explain the sudden lack of any wound on her hand. Oh, why yes, fairies are wonderful. Just the other day I slammed my hand with the gavel and one took the paint off immediately. Great. Glad to know they're used for such important things. But dang it, too bad there's no way to tell whose blood is on the cloth. I believe that this matter has been settled. I'm ready to call my next witness. Uh-oh, is that all I can get out of her? So your purpose, Sheikah. Be gone! Fine. We should best treat her highness with respect, or I'll see to it that you spend the night in the dungeons. Do not presume to threaten me, Sheikah. A night of darkness and solitude will be nothing but comfort for me. Is that so? Then perhaps we should fill the dungeons with lit candles for the occasion. They're glaring daggers at each other. If this doesn't end soon, we're all in trouble. Order, order. Sure, we'll treat the princess with utmost respect. You may step down, detective. This case has already made me wary with all the pointless jabber. The time is ripe to deal the final blow. I call Her Highness, Princess Zelda of Hyrule, to the stand. Is something the matter? Why is everyone quiet all of a sudden? Your Highness. I believe we're all just a bit uncertain on how to proceed. It is quite the honor to have such an esteemed guest in these halls. Bah! In the face of the law, the princess is no different from a peasant. Name and occupation, now. The prosecution will behave. Will not have any derogatory statements directed at the princess. Derogatory? Simply wish not to waste any more time. We must employ proper procedure. Oh man. It's alright, detective. I believe the prosecution does have a point. The eyes of the law were all equals. If only she knew. That's cute. Understand, I am just another witness. So naive. Should not be getting any special treatment. She doesn't know. Very admirable, Your Highness. You can all rest easy knowing that Hyrule is destined to have such a wise monarch in its future. Yes, indeed. I eagerly await the day when our next ruler takes the throne and reshapes the kingdom in their image. You flatter me, prosecutor. Now then. Will you always ask for my name and occupation? I am Zelda, current Princess of Hyrule and heir apparent to the throne. Marvelous, Your Highness. Before we begin, I would just like to know, why were you at Lon Ranch to witness this terrible incident? It is simple, really. Lon Ranch is Hyrule Castle Town's biggest food supplier. Not only that, but the ranch also equips Hyrule's royal guard with the finest of horses. Every year, the royal family makes a visit as a gesture of goodwill and to ensure the quality of the seats. Wow, I didn't know your horses were used by the royal guard. Yep. We work hard every year to make sure they're in the best possible condition. While I love to boast about it to the other ranch owners. Ha! Knowing talent, I'm sure he did. How unfortunate that the ranch may no longer meet the crown's high standards under new management. The royal family has a backup, I trust. We are looking for one. Naturally, the standards are quite high. Yes, of course. Now then, please describe what you saw on the day of the incident. Very well. Here I go. Witness testimony. The scene behind the door. I arrived at Lon Ranch a little after 8 a.m., accompanied by my loyal guards. I remember being surprised at how quiet everything was. There was nobody there to welcome us. I could sense that something was wrong. I opened the door to the ranch house and went inside. Yeah, you flattered me, Jacob. Although, you know what? I think that might say more about my VGC skills than my voice acting skills. Ouch. Ouch. The room was mostly empty. There was a table with some kind of crystal ball on top of it. How are you doing, by the way? But in front of the table, a terrifying scene was unveiling. The defendant hacked at the ranch owner's chest with the saw she was holding. I was overcome with fear and I screamed. I will never forget what I saw that day. I heard that Talon and his daughter were incredibly kind. I cannot believe she would commit such horrible violence. What? Oh my, you saw the very moment the victim was killed? There you go. Decisive testimony. As there's no need to doubt the princess' statement, I call for the judge to make a ruling right away. Hey now, hold on. I didn't get to cross-examine the witness yet. You haven't, fool, because there's no need. Did you not hear one word of what I said? Didn't you just say we should follow all the procedures and treat the princess like any other witness? This is a defense's right. I believe the defense has a point. They do have every right to perform a cross-examination, no matter who is testifying. Oh. Oh. Hey, look. A funny tournament is still like, if you're the first time you're in a graphic is because of something like that, who cares? You made it. You made it. It's just step 1. And if anything, it just means, yeah, you're meant for the silliness. I was quite looking forward to this part myself. I've only ever heard about royal court proceedings in the royal library. I love how I know that just from seeing Eruption, I already know that it's Torkoal. But wait, 5 Poké Dollars? Oh, he trend. Oh, okay. I mean, also, like, you got Magiarna? Yeah, okay, I'm starting to see what you did well. Like, yeah, like all of those would... Oh, yeah, because of the font. Oh, yeah, because of the font, yeah. Because, like, this is the... I think it's, like, the Gen 1 font or the Fire Leaf Green font. One of the two. Like, I know it's called Power Red and Green. Actually, like, looking at it, I think it's the Fire Leaf Green one. So, like, the dollar sign... Because of that, the dollar sign is a Poké dollar sign. And there's quite a few characters that are completely broken on it. But yeah, the dollar changing to Poké dollar is, like, a nice touch. That being said, I will not tolerate any reckless accusations towards the princess. Is that clear? Naturally, Your Honor. How am I going to cross-examine the princess? This isn't going to end well. I was going to the prosecutor. That seemed like a rather intense outburst. Well, I do have a guess. Oh? Because of the princess's status, it's possible that Dragmar didn't have an opportunity to discuss her testimony with her. That might mean that this testimony is a surprise even to him. This could be my chance. Before we begin, there's just one thing that caught my attention. Did the princess mention seeing some kind of glass bottle at the crime scene? That would be this, I presume? Why, yes, that is exactly it. What is that? Oh, this is a bottle of perfume that father intended to give to Her Highness when she arrived. He quickly rode out of town to get it at the last moment. We didn't know that the princess was coming instead of the king until only 2 hours before the visitation. Oh, how thoughtful. He really did not need to bother himself so. As fascinating as this all is, the prosecution doesn't believe this is relevant to the case. Objection! It's good to have a full picture of the crime scene. The defense requests the bottle to be accepted into evidence. Desperate to latch to every little thing, aren't you? Whatever. You can add it to the evidence if it'll make you happy. No skin off my teeth. In that case, of course, accepts it, this bottle into evidence. I can't wait to see how it's going to be relevant. Now then, defense. Begin your cross-examination. So yeah, as you've probably noticed, this is like the Ocarina of Time ROM hack that turns into Ace Attorney. I saw the trailer yesterday. I thought it was so silly that I just felt like I had to play it. Is there something fishy there? Wait, can I look at like previous testimonies? Because this doesn't work with what was said before. It is so... I know, right? It is... It's absolutely insane. Like, just... knowing how much effort needed to be put into it is absolutely insane. Like, not even just looking at, like, the custom models, the custom animations. Like, I'm still not over the Link hunching over all sweaty like Phoenix Wright does in the games. The soundtrack Like, they're all great remixes. You can tell which song they're based on in Ocarina of Time and what they're trying to replicate. Yeah, I know, exactly. Like, it's a different game. I can't believe that this was based off Ocarina of Time. Like, they basically had to reprogram the entire game. Die no later than 8 a.m. Wait a minute, when did she get there? There we go, I can already object. Objection. Your Honor, Your Highness, I believe that I found something that doesn't quite match up with the facts. You will let the defense speak, prosecutor. I think I see why he so desperately wanted to prevent this cross-examination now. Your Highness, you say that you arrived at the ranch shortly after 8 a.m., correct? Yes, the visit was scheduled for 8:30 exactly, but we were quite a bit early. I see, that makes something you mentioned quite impossible. As stated by the autopsy report, the victim definitely died before 8 a.m. You couldn't have seen the defendant attack the ranch owner when you arrived, because the victim was already dead by then. Like this song, you can tell that it's the one from the title theme from Ocarina of Time, mixed with the corner. Like it's a mix of Cornered from Ace Attorney and the title theme from Ocarina of Time, and it's so good. It works so well. It's played at the exact same time that Cornered normally would be playing. Order, order. Yes, you really caught her in a lie. Your Highness, what is the meaning of this? While I wholeheartedly respect and serve the crown, I will nonetheless not tolerate lies in my court. I have not lied, I suppose I did not see the exact moment it happened. I only thought I did. Princess, this is a matter of life and death. If we saw the defendant there, though, along with the body, there's no one else who could have done it. I remember all of the other details correctly. The body is on the floor, the pool of blood. You have to believe me. Perhaps it'll be best if Her Highness revises her testimony. That's not good. There's still not enough doubt to overturn this testimony. I'll have to find something else, or this case will be over. Witness testimony. What I actually saw. I'm sorry for embellishing the truth a little bit. I did not see the actual moment of the attack, but it had to have happened shortly before I went into the ranch house. Miss Mel and our father were the only ones at the scene of the crime, so she must have been the culprit. I see. You only saw the aftermath of the scene, not the actual crime being committed. Very well. Hopefully there are no issues in your testimony this time. Defense, it's time for a cross-examination. Naturally, Your Honor. Dragmire still looks pretty angry. I bet he didn't expect such a blatant contradiction to pop up. If I could just find another one like that, the princess's testimony would become completely untrustworthy in the eyes of the judge. There has to be some. What I actually saw? Actually, why does she think that? Hold it. How can you be so sure of that, princess? Well, when I entered the ranch house, the victim still had the murder weapon embedded into his body. What? It is obvious that what that means, is it not? The killer did not even have enough time to try to hide the weapon. Yes, why not have seen the murder firsthand? I have been very close to doing so. Oh my, it seems like a very important detail. I think it would be advisable for Majesty to amend her testimony. Wait, I think that sounds like... I think that's another contradiction. Certainly, Your Honor. Interesting. Dragmire certainly doesn't look very happy about this development, does he? Thinking about it, I might just know why. The murder weapon was still stuck into the victim's body after all. That is not true because the saw is clean. Objection! I believe I found another reason to doubt the witness's words. Seems the prosecution sees what I'm getting at here. There was a bloody cloth discovered at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has argued before that it was used to wipe the saw clean. The princess saw the saw lodged into Talon's body and the crime scene was left intact. Then it could have been wiped. Well, Prosecutor Dragmire, care to explain? This is most perplexing. Your Highness, are you sure that's what you saw? Objection. Well, maybe the princess decided to put the saw out in a valiant yet futile attempt to save the victim. And then wipe the blade clean? That would be almost like framing the defendant. Of course I did no such thing. I made sure the crime scene stayed intact. I guess I must have made up the memory about the saw sticking out of Mr. Talon as well. That pose from Link. You idiotic girl! Do you even realize what you've done through your bumbling? I'm sorry. I was just so excited to stand as a witness in court just this once. Whenever I tried telling my father about anything, he always seemed so disinterested. Just this once, I wanted to feel listened to. The defendant, it is clear that she did it. I just wanted to play a larger part in her capture. I'm sorry for the trouble I've caused you all. Your Highness, this court is no place for silly games. As it stands, I'm afraid we will have to strike your statements from the court record completely. Yes! I did it. The prosecution lost their key witness. No, please wait. I have more to say. I was wrong about the crime scene. I still have not testified about what I saw afterwards. Bah! Why would you care about that? It's best that you leave and stop damaging my case with your idiocy. Even if you're not interested in my words, you might be interested in the evidence I found. What? Huh? Evidence? Of course. While the Sheikah force investigated inside the ranch house, I looked around the rest of the ranch on my own. Sheikah, did you know about this? Of course I did. You did. You did. You did? I'll have your head for this. Order. Order. What is the meaning of this, detective? Why have you not withheld this from the court? It's quite simple. The princess specifically requested to present her finding on her own. What? And you agreed to this? This court is not some playground where children decide when evidence should be presented just because they have a crown. He's being rude about it, but I can't help but agree with Dragmire on this one. Also, I don't really buy this story. There's no way Impa would have allowed this. Believe me, I wasn't thrilled about this with the request either. However, after seeing the evidence in question, I don't think it would be at all important to the case. Thus, I let the princess have her fun. This is highly irregular. I'm not sure how to feel about this. Prosecutor? Naturally, I object to this nonsense. The detective thinks it's irrelevant, then this is probably just a waste of time. All the evidence points to the defendant. Still clear she did it, even without a witness at the scene. I see. Defense? What do we do? If we object to presenting the evidence, then Dragmeyer loses his key witness. Thus, whatever the princess presents could be bad for our case too. So we should agree with the prosecution? Well, on the other hand, we don't really have much to go on. This could be our only lead left. Well, don't keep us waiting. Surely you won't throw away all the progress you've made thus far. What do I do? You know what? Let's request the evidence. I really hope this is the right choice. The defense requests that the evidence be presented. What? While I agree that the situation is irregular, we should still examine all evidence available. It would be silly to dismiss it as irrelevant without even seeing what it is. I do believe that you have a point, defense. However, I must warn you, in order to admit this piece of evidence into the court record, the princess's statement that she found it must be admitted as a testimony, along with everything else she must say. Yes, Your Honor, I am well aware. The defense wishes to give the princess just one more chance. Order! Order! Very well then. Your Highness, please testify once more about the new piece of evidence you found during your own investigation. Thank you. I will not let you down this time. The princess should understand the gravity of the situation at hand right now. I just hope this new evidence isn't damaging to our case. I wish to express my most heartfelt apologies for my mistakes in the earlier testimony. Upon entering the ranch house, I saw the defendant passed out in front of the victim, who was bleeding out. I stood guard at the entrance of the ranch house until the Sheikah force arrived. Once the Sheikah started investigating the crime scene, I decided to take a look around the ranch. While I was walking near the silo, I noticed a strong odor in the air. I had to stop it to see where it was coming from. I followed the scent and found a burnt out fire nearby in a small, nearly empty bottle of lamp oil. Oh. I, of course, took the bottle straight to the head detective. Could be burning some evidence. And here it is, the oil bottle I found. Is something wrong? Oh no, this might actually be completely irrelevant. It is not though. It is not. Because who would have started a fire? Who would have started a fire there? Very well. Yes, well. Of course there is, foolish girl. That has nothing to do with anything. Your great finding is some random fire on the ranch? Please. No, it is very relevant. Because who started that fire? What next? Are you going to declare every rake on the premises suspicious? Well, The prosecution will calm down. This is bad. Your Honor, despite the fact that this evidence might not seem to add anything at the moment, the defense still asserts its right to cross-examination. Some straws have been grasped. Why must you insist on this charade, defense? And Princess has merely recounted the same view of the crime scene as the head detective. You haven't been able to find any contradiction in her statements. I believe there might be a way to tie the princess' new evidence into the case. Ridiculous. Regardless of what the prosecution thinks, the defense does have a right to a cross-examination. The court admits the oil bottle as evidence. Oil bottle added to the court record. I just really hope that this isn't a complete waste of time, defense. For both your own sake and your clients. Cross-examination. Okay, so... what do I have? This is not gonna help in any way. This is not gonna help. Seriously. I don't think this is gonna help. What was the smell like? Oh, it was awful. A really terrible stench. Bah, surely you don't mean to say that you found the smell of a person when you're suspicious. Do not be ridiculous. The smell was not coming from the horses. A fire, huh? Now, let me remind you, defense, that there's any number of reasons why a fire could have been there. You can still feel the cold grasp of death early in the morning. Princess, how long would you estimate the fire had been out before you found it? Ah, right. There was still smoke rising out of the ashes, so it must have been put out recently. So around the time of the crime. So someone prepared a breakfast there. I repeat, this fire is irrelevant. I think he's realized the same thing I did. Well, who was it? Who could have lit that fire anyway? It would have to have been the ranch worker who was putting the milk shipments together at the time. It was almost certainly him. If you really want to ask more about his little barbecue, you might just get your wish soon. And it sounded like it was very appetizing. Without anything concrete to pin it on him, you'll just be able to brush it off. Right, and she allowed you to present it? Well, I was the one who defined it, and I was going to the trial anyway. The ridiculousness. Yes. Please make this the last time you do something like this, Your Highness. Proper procedures exist for a reason. So I just realized that I kind of make him sound like Slowbro from the Lugia movie. Yes, I understand. Do you have any idea why there would be a fire at the ranch that day? No, it is pretty odd. Then it sounds like it's definitely worth looking into. Although it'll be hard to link it to the crime in any way. Situations like this, getting as much info possible is my best bet. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, like, is there gonna be anything? Is there gonna be anything for that? But like, okay, good to see that. Like, yeah, they also realize it's ridiculous. Was there anything else in the room? Only the beautiful old crystal ball I mentioned before. The house was rather barren. Most of our things are on the top floor since the downstairs room is mostly used for ranch business these days. And the occasional game. Ah, of course. That's famous cuckoo game. The good old days. Is the defense done reminiscing? There will be plenty of time to do that when the defense is behind bars. I was just trying to distract myself from the fact that there's nothing to latch on to here. I stood guard at the end. Oh yeah. So okay, hold it. Did anything happen during that time? No, not that I recall. The guards did occasionally protest and ask me to let them take over, but I held my stance. And what commendable in theory, staying in the same room as a dangerous killer isn't very wise. What if she woke up and lashed out at you? Sweet Halia up above! That thought did not occur to me. Ah, of course not. Foolish girl. But the guards did stand close by. I would have been safe. Wonderful to see how much faith our royal princess has in our royal guard. Yes, of course I do. In any case... You didn't just go home? The royal visitation was supposed to last a lot longer. I was not expecting us back at the castle until much later. I came to the ranch to examine the horses, so I suppose I could at least do that in the meantime. How long did it take the Sheikah to arrive at the scene? It does not take very long to make the trip from Hyrule Castle Town to Lon Lon Ranch. Cannot imagine it was more than 20 minutes. That is pretty fast, although I imagine the fact that the princess was involved helps speed it up. So, folks, I will be there in half that time, running backwards even. Oh, so he knows how to Hess. It's no surprise, though. Alien horses are naturally inferior to your fine Gerudo steeds. They're Gerudo buy horses from our ranch. Just don't bother, he's trying to rally you up. Defense? I believe that is enough. It is fun. I enjoy it quite a lot. I love the attention to detail on like pretty much everything. Like the programming that took, just the programming alone that it took to do this looks incredible. Like I'm impressed by it. And the soundtrack is amazing. The different models, and the animations, the poses, it's all top notch. Honestly, in my opinion, it's all top notch, and honestly, it's just fun. It doesn't seem like you're getting any closer to finding a connection between this fire and the crime at all. No, I suppose not, Your Honor. Naturally, I've said this was a waste of time from the beginning. In that case, this cross-examination is over. Thank you for your time, Your Highness. I assume you have no more revelations to share with us. No, I do not. I really thought the fire would be important. Leave my sight! Enough! Your Highness, if you'll allow me to escort you back to Hyrule Castle. Very well. Now that the princess's little game is over, we should move this along. prosecution's stance is still the same, of course. We maintain that the evidence on its own is enough to convict the defendant. I do believe I'm nearly ready to hand down my verdict. Objection! But Your Honor, there's nothing that definitely shows that Malin committed a crime. This is all circumstantial. There's no way she could kill her own father. Oh, that is an excellent point, defense. The prosecution is yet to elaborate on the defendant's motive. Patricide is not something a person commits lightly. I did briefly touch on the subject during my opponents. But naturally, the prosecution is fully prepared to elaborate on the matter. I would like to call in my third witness. That has to be that ranch worker. Before calling him in, though, prosecution requests a brief recess to prepare. I thought you said you were already prepared. He wants to double check that his new witness won't pull anything weird like the princess did. Very well. I do believe a break would benefit us all. Court will reconvene after a 15-minute recess. Court is adjourned. Like I really like the ones remix that's meant to be like the replacement for Cornered. I love how it mixes a Ace Attorney and the Zelda soundtrack into one song. And now I have no clue if it's because I don't recognize enough of the Ace Attorney soundtrack, but I wish that there was more of that in a lot of those, in more of the tracks. Like, I can recognize the, which song is being remixed from Ocarina of Time. Like, I see how it fits perfectly for what it's going for, but I can't tell if it's trying to reference, like, this is very obviously a reference to Song of Storm. Like, this is obviously, like, using Song of Storms, but I can't tell if it's trying to use, like, a song from Ace Attorney. Actually, no, I guess I can hear it a little, but like it's way more subtle in comparison. No, I think that went about as well as it could have, actually, given the circumstances. We expose the worst of the princess's testimony as untrue. I can't believe she just makes stuff up like that. Yeah, that was surprising. Still, the issue is that we didn't manage to shake the core of the argument. If only it was anyone else in that house. Now, there's no need to look so glum. Detective, aren't you supposed to be escorting the princess back? The carriage is being prepared. I thought I'd drop by in the meantime. You managed to make the Dragmire furious, you know? I have? If you listen carefully, you just might be able to hear him ranting over in the prosecutor's lobby. He's really giving his upcoming witness a grilling. He's going to try to shut you down as fast as he can. Well, that would be worrying if I had anything he could shut down in the first place, I guess. Oh, but you do. What do you mean? Oh, come on now. Thinking about the princess's grand discovery, of course. The fire? I wasn't able to do anything with that. You don't think it's relevant? Don't get me wrong, at present I'm convinced the girl did it. Investigator came to this conclusion for a reason. But I'm willing to explore every possibility. That fire is definitely a bit strange, and I dare say it might be your only way out of this. If I may be so bold, I think you should press the next witness on that topic hard. As the only other person working on the ranch at the time, he's the only one who could have lit that fire. If he's hiding something, I think the court deserves to know. The thing is, the next testimony is about the motive. It's going to be difficult to bring up that fire again without Dragmire objecting. I'll have to make it work. As much as I don't like it, she's right. There really isn't a whole else to go on here. Well, thank you. Don't mention it. One last thing, you, ranch girl. Me? Try not to hold a testimony against the princess. Believe me. I'm sure she was acting with the best intentions in mind. You know the road to the Dark Realm is paved with those, right? Perhaps. It was definitely a serious lapse of judgment. One she will live to regret. Part of this comes from the fact that she's rather sheltered and inexperienced. After the sudden death of her older sister last year, she was thrust into the role of a near very suddenly. Oh, that's something new. I don't think that's ever been canon. That's right, the mysterious death of the firstborn Princess Zelda. There's... Oh! 2 Princess Zeldas. It is so weird, but that explains why she looks younger than you'd expect. Cause like, I thought it was weird that she looked that younger than Link. That explains, actually. I will still grieve as to the events of that day, and yet, no one knows what exactly happened. In the void of information, conspiracy theories run amok. People blaming the royal guard, Sheikah, and even the king himself. The princess will soon have a whole kingdom's worth of troubles on her shoulder. For a kingdom with a history as turbulent as ours, it's a lot to handle. Princess's conduct today probably won't help with the distrust some people have of the crown right now, though. She's wise beyond her years. She will learn and she will be better. I simply ask that you don't think of her as an enemy, whatever comes of this trial. She does not need more than she already has. Wow, she's so intense. I never expected to see Impa get so emotional. I guess this is why she decided to take the blame for the princess's impromptu investigation. Detective Impa! What is it, soldier? I'm quite busy at the moment, so please be quick. The investigation team back at the ranch has just sent word of a new development. Something about a milk shipment being returned to the ranch because of a wrong recipient address? They're asking for you to come over to see it. Oh, those idiots. I don't have time for this. Send someone else. I have to escort the princess to the castle. Roger. That did remind me though. I took this bottle of milk from a couple of guards who were slacking on the job earlier. Here, ranch girl. Perhaps it'll help calm your nerves somewhat. Not to worry, it's still unopened. Oh? Thank you. That's nice of her. Too bad for those guards, though. Now then, I believe the princess's carriage should be prepared by now. If you'll excuse me? I think I'm so nervous right now. Milk has just lost its flavor. Huh? Lost its flavor? But all milk is always so tasty. Are you sure it's just nerves? Let me try some. Huh. You're right. Seems this would have come from one of yesterday's shipments. Probably. With the investigation at the ranch, there wouldn't be any today, so... Maybe it just isn't fresh? No, I don't think so. It doesn't really taste as if it's gone bad. Also, the guard said that one of yesterday's shipments was misaddressed, didn't he? And this was all handled by Ingo, wasn't it? I think there's something odd going on. Better make some notes about this in the court record. Not on milk added to the court record. Defense, the court is about to reconvene. Escort your client back to the courtroom at once. So it comes down to this. Conclusion's approaching. Time to turn the situation around. Okay, so I get full hearts back. Since it's a new session. Good to know. Court is back in session for the trial of Malin of Lon Lon Ranch. I trust that the prosecution's final witness is ready? Naturally, I have personally seen to it that there will be no foolishness this time around. Hopefully his ears are intact. As we discussed before the recess, having established the opportunity means that the defendant to have committed the murder, only one matter remains. The matter of motive. For, naturally, such a heinous crime couldn't be the result of mere happenstance. This is such a crazy mix. Like, I hear the mix of like the shop theme, but also like the Hyrule Castle theme, but like not from Ocarina of Time, but from A Link to the Past. The prosecution believes that I'm gonna stop with Ganon's voice because my throat is not a fan. Prosecution believes that the defendant has had a deep desire that pushed her to patricide. Our next witness can shed light on the matter. Fascinating. Very well. Please proceed. Prosecution calls to the ranch worker Ingo to the stand. It's funny to see Mr. Ingo in such fancy clothes. Oh? Yeah, he almost always just wears his work dungarees. It's almost like looking at a different person. I guess he wanted to dress up for court, and he wouldn't want to get his nice outfit dirty by wearing it. I'm working in it. Quiet, defense. Witness, state your name and occupation. Your Honor, Great Honorable Prosecutor. Oh, this is such a funny theme. Okay, I love this. This is so good. A great variant in a long range theme. Well, actually, like horse race. Actually, yeah. My name is Ingo. I mind Lon Ranch. Mind? What does that entail exactly? I'm mostly there to work on the structures and equipment. The owner and his daughter are the ones who tend to the animals and take care of orders. How long have you been working at the ranch? It'll be several years at this point. There have been others who came and went, but I, Ingo, have persevered through all the hardships. Sounds like he wants a medal for it. Well, he does get a bit pompous at times, but Mr. Ingo really is a great help. He built the ranch's silos single-handedly. Whoa, that's some dedication. Very well. Given that you're clearly an employee, your private some inside information, is that correct? Yes. The ranch owner shared all the big plans with me. He trusted me implicitly. He used to say that we're like a big family. That sounds lovely. That sounds like a red flag that you're gonna be getting loads of unpaid overtime. Link knows. Link knows. Evidently, not every member of your so-called family felt the same way though, did they? It hurts to do this, but I have no choice. Hear my story, Honorable Court of Law. Witness testimony. Matter of motive. Just a couple of days ago, the owner, Talon, partly signed the ranch over to his daughter, Malin. Talon became a life tenant, with Malin meant to inherit all of the assets after his death. As long as Talon lived, Malin could not sell the ranch. It's simple, isn't it? The girl killed Talon to get full of ownership and leave the dingy ranch life behind. It's appalling how ungrateful she is. After all Talon did for her. And there you have it. Testimony from a man who just lost everything. It's truly tragic to witness yet another family torn apart by greed. We have evidence. We have the defendant caught red-handed at the scene of the crime. And now we have a motive. Objection. How do we know he's telling the truth? But I have, of course, verified the witness's testimony. As per the law, all inheritance documents would be filed at the Castle Town Notary Office to be considered valid. Saw fit to prepare this for the trial. The prosecution would like to submit the Lon Lon Ranch inheritance document into evidence. Oh, this might be helpful. Because, like, is Ingo mentioned in there? Mr. Ingo, why would you? Should pass judgment now, Judge. The defense has nothing. Objection. I'd like to cross-examine the witness. There are a few more details I feel are relevant. But of course, ask whatever you'd like. The work-harking Ingo, can handle it.
Very well. Defense, please begin.
Cross-examination. Matter of motive. Now, let me check right now. Malin will inherit the ranch. If she's unable, divide the deed between the crown and the remaining employees. Oh, divide the deed between the crown and the remaining employees is important. Because that means that Ingo does have motive. Especially if he frames it on Malin. Hold it! How long ago was this exactly? 3-4 days? Not sure of the exact date. Had it been planned for a long time? Time was getting on in years. Better take care of the matter sooner than later, eh? Malin? He is telling the truth. Father scheduled a visit to the notary office about a week ago. What do you mean by partly, witness? Talon became a life tenant with Malin meant to inherit all of the assets after his death. So Malin hadn't become the ranch owner yet. Well, of course not. Haven't you heard all the stories making rounds recently? Too many ungrateful brats throwing their old folks into retirement homes the moment ownership's signed to them. Talon was no fool. I myself convinced him that it was a safer option. If the girl was up to some chicanery, he could always revert his decision. That's horrible. I never do that. As much as I'd like to believe that, you did much worse by killing him. Children these days, you feed them, you raise them, and then they pull a stunt like this as soon as you give them an inch over yourself. I must concur. The younger generation is horrible. Why do you look at me while saying that? Anyway, what that meant was... Hold it. But why wouldn't Malin want to sell the ranch right now? Why wouldn't she want to? Why would a pretty little girl like her want to work on some dingy ranch? She'd have it much better if she sold the old place and used the money to move to Castletown. That's not true. I love working with the animals. I wouldn't leave them for anything. Wah! She's often slacking on the job while I, the hard-working Ingo, have to cover for her. I guess the Deku nut doesn't fall far from the tree, as they say. The Talon love to sleep on the job, too.
Oh ho. I do recall quite a funny story about the Lon Lon Ranch owner blocking the side entrance to Hyrule Castle for an entire day once. The guards couldn't wake him up. Took a particularly vocal cuckoo, apparently.
Ah, jeez. Well, there you go. I love the reference, okay, enough time. I am the real reason why the ranch has such renown. Me, the hard-working Ingo. Link, that's not true at all. I know, but how do I stop this? It's simple, isn't it? The girl killed Talon to get full ownership and live the dingy ranch life behind. Hold it! Do you really think Malin would go that far? I don't want to think it, but clearly the events speak for themselves, don't they? Why wouldn't she just wait a few more years then? Talon was getting older. Perhaps she knew more and more work would be piling onto her. But really, how am I supposed to know? Ask her. That's alright. If Malin didn't want to work, wouldn't she have done this earlier? As Talon's only child, she'd still inherit the ranch.
Moo ha ha. That's where you're wrong.
For a long while, Talon split the ranch between the girl and the crown. He was a patriotic man. He knew how much those horses meant to the royal guard. I wish he hadn't changed his mind now. Is this true? Yes. Father's previous inheritance document did work that way.
How admirable. Yet familiar bonds won over his drive to help the kingdom. Truly a shame.
Yes, naturally, the girl wanted the whole thing, so she bided her time. I think this sufficiently explains the timing. Let's continue, shall we? Objection. Wait just a moment. There's one more problem with the timing that I'd like to witness to explain. Why would Malin have planned the murder for the day of the royal visitation specifically? More people around would mean more witnesses. You'd think she would have chosen any other day. Oh, did I forget to mention this? I heard Talon arguing with her that very morning. He was telling her he'd changed his mind again. Explaining to tell the king that he'd be signing the ranch over to the crown. After the visitation was over, he'd head to the castle town to change the inheritance back to the original split. What? Despite the victim's wishy-washiness, it would appear that he did make the right choice in the end. Because of that choice, if the defendant wanted to get the ranch, she had no time to waste that day. Is this true too? Absolutely not! Mother wasn't planning to do that, and there was no argument either. What to do about this argument then? Sounds like an important fact to me. The defense requested that to be added to the testimony. Very well, witness, please do so. Hold it. About what time did this happen? First thing in the morning, I was heading out to the silo to start the day's work. Just walked out the front door of the ranch house when I heard some yelling erupt behind me. Do you remember any specifics about what was said? Oh yes, it surprised me enough that I stopped to listen for a minute. It was all like,
I'm real sorry, Malin, but the most important thing is to make sure the king will always have a steady supply of quality horses.
I don't care. What about me, father? How could you do this to me?
Malin, this isn't just about you. It's for the good of the entire kingdom.
But what am I supposed to do? I can't move up in life if I'm stuck on this dump of a ranch forever.
I thought you loved the ranch. All the animals are here, and Ingo's always around to help out with the chores too. He's pretty great, isn't he?
Yeah, Ingo's awesome, but I still hate you for this. This isn't over.
What a stirring reenactment. I will keep my thoughts on the witness's acting skills to myself.
Yeah, good call.
There's no way this actually happened though.
Malin would never want to sell the ranch. Well, of course you'd say that now, you buffoon.
Remember, she's under suspicion for murder. We can't trust a thing she says.
Well, I trust her, but the judge probably doesn't right now, and unfortunately that's what matters. Do I have anything in the court record that could refute the story? If you ask me, this whole inheritance issue could have been avoided if the crown wasn't so soft. Gerudo Desert, there would be no question if that the fortress missees whatever it desires. That's just messed up. No matter. Continue your testimony, farmhand.
Share with us the true nature of the defendant. It's appalling how ungrateful she is, after all Talon did for her.
What's your relationship with this guy anyway?
Well, he's been employed and living with us on the ranch for as long as I can remember, really?
You know, I don't think he's ever skipped a day of work thinking about it.
Not a single one?
Talk about dedication, but even so, something is very much off here.
Hold it! Getting so many expensive presents over the years. Just look at the gold necklace she's wearing. That man spoiled her rotten.
In fact, I think I saw another present was meaning to give her on the very day he was killed.
Another gift?
Why yes, a little bottle of perfume, I believe.
It's horrible. Talon was such a kind man. I missed the spit.
What was the last? Add it.
Your Honor, the defense wishes to add the statement about the perfume to the testimony. What are you doing? Trying to implicate a defendant even harder?
I think it's an important detail.
Perfume is irrelevant,
but I suppose the prosecution has no objections to strengthening our case.
Very well, witness. Please add what you just said to your testimony.
No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, because like, the fact that he knows about the ball means that he was actually in there, not...
Hold it!
Where did you see this? I think it was just lying around the ranch house. Someone probably intended to give it to Malin on the day he was killed.
Do you mean this, witness?
Oh yes, that's exactly it. Looks very expensive.
If only Talon had spent as much on his salary for me, the hard-working Ingo. Get up and leave to work at the break of dawn every day, you know?
Yeah, we've got this. Okay. Does it say something? Like, am I supposed to use it on that statement specifically?
Witness!
What is it?
Just to confirm, you say that this bottle of perfume was bought for Malin by our father, correct?
What else would it be for?
Sure, you Talon wasn't the type to indulge in perfumes. Far from it.
Well, you're wrong, witness.
Oh, is that so? Was the ranch owner truly a perfume connoisseur?
No, Your Honor.
This bottle of perfume was bought for the princess.
So what, defense? Sure, it's technically a contradiction, but what does the purpose of this bottle change?
Yes, defense. I admit I'm confused as well. Please explain why this point is important.
Earlier in the trial, Malin mentioned that Talon bought this perfume in preparation last minute. Isn't that right, Malin? It sure is. We had a gift for the king prepared when the news arrived that it would actually be the princess making this visitation. Father quickly rode out into town to get a new gift. This info puts one thing into question. somebody's movements because it means that Ingo went in the house that morning. Someone's movements around the ranch are put into serious doubt.
Someone's? Well, don't keep us waiting then, the feds. Who is this person?
Naturally, the person whose movements become suspect is the witness himself. If you recall, this bottle of perfume which had just been purchased was found at the crime scene. A crime scene the witness supposedly never went to. He shouldn't have known about the bottle. Ah! The only thing I'm kind of sad about is that when he did the finger point, I was hoping that the background would change into the classic Ace Attorney one.
Defense raises a very valid point.
You simpleton! What is the meaning of this? Well, witness, did you go to the scene of the crime at any point?
No, of course I didn't. I was working in the silo all day.
I remember, I saw the gift the day before the crime.
The girl is lying. Talon must have gotten the gift the day before.
You're the one who's lying. Father didn't leave the ranch at all that day.
One was word against another's.
The feds?
Do you have any way to prove that your version of events is true?
Do we have any evidence? When you buy something, you usually get a receipt, and the receipt always shows the date of purchase. Might still be at the ranch house. I say we send someone to look out for it. Butter never throws receipts away. We have a drawer full of them. The perfume one should be right on top.
I believe this idea has some merit. Soldiers, rush out to the ranch house immediately and search for that receipt.
Your Honor.
Yes? What is it, soldier?
We just received a receipt from the team stationed at the crime scene.
Very well, thank you. I shall now read it out.
There's a lot writing on this.
From Tingle's Mysterious Smells.
That is not a suspicious name at all.
Not at all. Ah, yes. I think I've seen that store. It's that eccentric looking place in the back alley.
You couldn't miss a blinding neon lights blinding neon colors if you tried.
It's another eyesore. The gall of this nobody running a monopoly on alien perfume is preposterous. Perhaps, but back to the matter at hand.
Nerve of that dunderhead. Why would anyone ever shop at a store
where the owner calls every other customer a fairy? Prosecutor.
And the balloons. Oh, the balloons. Full pop one right in my face.
That's the reason of all things to hate Tingle. Continuing on, purchased item. 1 bottle of Rosy Rupee Land. Oh my, this is quite the price. Why, I would have to...
Objection. Your Honor, please, the date of purchase.
Oh, yes, right. Date of purchase? Why, it's March 16. The day of the murder. Order! Order!
Yes! We got him! Phew, I think we're finally getting somewhere. But this still doesn't mean anything. Perhaps the witness briefly went back to the ranch house for something and saw the bottle then. Yes, yes, that's it.
I was getting thirsty, so I went back to get a drink. I must have seen the bell then.
Oh, come on! You think we're gonna believe that?
Do you have any proof that he did it?
Well,
I believe this calls for further testimony. The witness now claims to have visited the crime scene shortly before the murder. She learned of his exact movements that day.
Ah, my movements? Well, alright. There's not a lot to say, though. Fortunately, I managed to weasel out of that. This next testimony will be full of lies. This is my chance. I think that the fire is going to come into play now.
My non-suspicious movements.
As I was already stated, I was volunteered to work in the silo. At one point, I briefly went back to the ranch house to get myself a glass of water. I went back to the silo right after that and stayed there until the courier came. I haven't been back to the ranch house at all since then. At some point, the detective came and told me what happened. And whoa, that detective was one fine woman. Uh-huh. See, I haven't done anything to warrant suspicion. Eat my shoes, you brat! I'll pass. I mean, there's the fire. Like, we already have, like, the oil as evidence, and it... He claims that he didn't leave the silo. Like, I don't even need to press further. Objection. You stayed at the silo the whole time? I don't think so. We know someone made a fire around the time of the crime, and the only one it could have been is you. A fire? Oh, yes, the fire. I suppose I did forget to mention that, didn't I? Huh? Yes, I did light a fire at one point, I admit. Everyone was busy preparing for the visitation in the morning and I didn't have time to eat. So I decided to make myself something while I worked. In fact, that reminds me, yes, that's also part of why I went to get myself that glass of water. Oh my... That is another good variant of it. That sounds so evil. Like the song, that is so good. Breakfast I was cooking burned a little, and I needed something to wash it down with. See, defense, what did I tell you? A fire's completely irrelevant. He not only dismissed the contradictions, but managed to strengthen the story too. I'm glad we're finally laid on mystery to rest. Defense, is that all you wish to ask during this cross-examination? Solve the mystery? No way! No, Your Honor. I would like to keep it cross-examining for a bit longer. Very well. Witness shall update this statement. In the future, please try to not omit any details, no matter how small. Why, yes, of course. Your Honor, won't happen again. Okay, now I'm gonna have to cross-examine. What were you doing? Working on shipments and fulfilling orders. We sent out crates of milk to milk bars all across the kingdom every day, you know? Milk bars? Naturally, everyone loves a good drink, you know? And our milk is renowned as the best there is. I hear some others water theirs down. Despicable. I see. Oh, I think you said earlier that your job is to work on the structures and equipment, though. Indeed. Telling the girl would usually be the ones overseeing the milk orders. However, since the royal visitation was happening that day, I felt they needed their minds unoccupied, so I took it upon myself to do it this time. After the murder, I got scared that the Sheikah forces investigation would delay the shipment, and that I, the great Inga, would get the blame. Thankfully, it all went through fine. Oh. Yeah, and we're so concerned with sending it off quickly that you got the wrong delivery address on it. Bah, you aliens, ridiculous. I'm tipsy from something like milk. You know, that is true, actually. That is true. How did they get drunk off of milk? That's a very valid point. Bet you couldn't even handle... You couldn't handle even a sip of the Gyarados Noble Pursuit. A real man's drink. A real man's drink? Aren't most of the Gyarados women? Speaking of drinks, I believe that the witness was talking about how he had got himself a glass of water? Yes, of course. Moving all that heavy stuff around works up quite a sweat, you see. Got very thirsty and... Wait a minute. It does... I mean, it doesn't really go with what he was saying. The fact that he watered it down, that is something that we can use as evidence. Okay. Oh yeah, like I don't have everything to work with for yet, but I think that helps. Hold it. You didn't think to just take a sip of the milk you were handling? No. It wouldn't be right. That milk was for the customers, you see? I just didn't want to get into any trouble. A truly honest man. How dare you suggest he would steal from his own workplace? Right. So what did you see at the house? Nothing much. I got my drink and left. Still had a lot of work to do, you see? Suppose I must have seen the perfume bottle then. But yes, I remember it clearly now. It was there on the table, plain as day. Moo ha ha. Great. What happened after that, witness? Hold it. And you were able to complete this so quickly on your own? I don't know the might of the great Ingo. Hut, yeah, pow, wham. I get things done in no time. Did almost break my back getting those crates out of the silo though. There were so many and all so heavy. It was like a puzzle in there. Anyway, that's not important. The point is... Hold it. Are you sure? Sure as can be, moo ha ha. You never went back in, even after the crime was discovered? Bah! They wouldn't let me in! Preserving the crime scene or such. Couldn't even get any of my things. After I was questioned, no one gave me half a glance. I had to sleep in the stables that night. It was terrible. Is what you just said important? Yes, I think it is going to be important. I don't know why. I don't know how, but I think it is going to be important. I would like the witness to add this last statement to his testimony. What? What are you trying to pull now? Very, very well. Witness, please amend your statement. Ah, fine. Whatever. Couldn't you have stayed in an inn? What am I, made of money? Think, boy. I'm just a simple ranch worker, you know. You lawyers always flaunting your wealth. Right. Sorry. And actually, sorry. I doubt one night would bankrupt this guy. Just look at what he's wearing. Some point. Hold it. Could you elaborate? She's a hard-working woman who gets to the point and takes what she wants. Not to mention her impeccable fashion sense. What's not to love? That's not the part I wanted him to elaborate on. Wow, he seems totally smitten with her. He sure does. I wonder how Impa feels about it. Perhaps when this chore of a trial's over, I could. But no, it will have to wait. Thought you could distract me, did you? The genius ranch worker, and go see through your schemes. Thanks to that story, huh? Yeah, it was a desperate fix, but it holds up surprisingly well. I really believe this is a messy... Or a profile? Wait. Okay. Oh, is there badge photo? Okay, and that's March 15th. The inventory was done on March 15th, so the day before the murder. I don't know if that's going to be helpful, but that's something to keep in mind. Okay. I mean, did he not bring back the glass of water? Is there something I can use in here? Like, I don't know what I can use. Like, based on what's being said, let's see if I can think of something. Is there something I can see with this? Like, this is not gonna help. I think the shipments might help. Or the milk. I don't know. I'm not sure what I can use as evidence. Like, this is the one. So far, this is not. This might be the one part I'm struggling with. Is there something I can think of? What? Wait a minute. Is this? Where could I find it? Like, where could I find the evidence? Like, is there a profile? Like, the fact that they mentioned profiles. Is there something I can see here? Okay, that's not it. Because, like, I can object some of the elaborations, but for that specifically, I don't know. Like, there are a few details that I know are fishy, but I don't know how based on the one at face value, like the non-elaborated version, I don't know. Because like the part that he mentioned, watering it down, is what helps. Like, what could be evidence? Because like it's very clear that he watered down the milk that day. Okay. Can we find something that helps with that? Like, because like it all went through fine is exactly what I want to argue. But I'm not sure how I can do that. Can I even... Wait. This might be a stretch. Like... Yeah, okay. I don't know what I can do here. Like, this might be the single thing that might root. It does help, but it's not letting me. Because like the fact that it is watered down means that he had enough water to be able to water down multiple milk bottles. So he didn't need to go back to the ranch house to get some water. Oh, what's a courier again? Like, this is like my lack of vocabulary, English vocabulary. Yeah, okay, this is not... Like, I might have... Like, at this point, like, I know that there's a guide. And I don't know if I'm gonna have to look it up just for, like, this specific spot. Like, at this point, I'm just... Wait, that's a good point. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is there something that says that he normally is in the house? Where can I find it? Seriously, I don't know what I can use here. Okay. Oops. No. It was... Hmm. Okay, now what? What did he say again here? Oh no, yeah, okay, that's where. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at the guide because like I think I'll be here for way too long otherwise. Because like I know it's spoiler free, so I'm at least. Okay, here? Oh! Okay, okay. Okay, I see. Okay. I've seen the truth. Oh, that's true. I just realized. Right. It's a lie? Because he's not wearing his usual clothes. Man, that's absurd. That's why. You said you couldn't get any of your belongings because they were all at the ranch house, correct? The ranch house you were not allowed to go in? That's right. Well, that would imply you should still be wearing your work clothes. Pardon me if I'm wrong, but those don't look like work clothes at all. The defense has a point. The witness appears pretty well dressed for court. I can't imagine anyone wants to sully those clothes during work. Well, what'd you have to say to that? Oh, of course. Can't explain, it's simple. These are brand new, yeah. On my way to the courthouse, I went shopping for a nice new outfit. After all, I couldn't very well show up to court dressed like a bum. Moo ho 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 ho. Yes, defense. Certain people have a modicum of respect for the court and show up dressed appropriately. What's that supposed to mean? This is my finest Zora suit. So you claim you bought these clothes after the crime? Is that correct? Very much so. This morning, in fact. Why do I need to repeat myself? Do I accept that explanation? No. I got more than what I wanted from the guy. I won't lie here. You buying these clothes today is simply impossible. What? Oh, how can you claim so? Defense? As you know, evidence is everything in court. Either prove that the witness couldn't have bought these clothes today, or get out. This picture, he has those clothes. Take that. I would like to turn the court's attention to this. Why, this is one lovely pictograph. It reminds me of the objection. What about this pictograph, defense? Well, just look at what Ingo is wearing. This photo is from Malon's childhood, but Ingo is very clearly wearing the same outfit he has on right now. He couldn't have bought it today. God!
I will have order. Why, the defense is absolutely correct. I hope the witness has a good explanation for this. There, I think we finally got him. There's no way he can weasel out this time. Objection. Oh, unless someone weasel out for him. Isn't it obvious? Naturally, the witness knew he would need to wear his nice clothes for the royal visitation that was scheduled for that day. He brought them to the silo in advance so that he could quickly change just before the royal visitation's arrival. Oh? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yes, of course, I needed to be presentable after all. Can't look like a bum in front of the most important people in the kingdom. Objection! Wait a minute, this is insane! What kind of kangaroo court is this? The prosecution keeps making excuses up on the spot! He was clearly lying about buying these clothes before the trial. He's definitely trying to hide something. Your Honor, surely you won't accept this blatant perjury? Except a judge, there can be no other explanation. The prosecution's explanation does seem plausible. What? However, the fact that the witness didn't simply say it himself and instead made up a lie about buying the clothes is indeed very suspicious. Defense? Prosecution has posed that there is no other possible explanation for this contradiction. What is your opinion on the matter? Can the defense think of an alternative version of events? This is big. I really need to think this through. He's acting really suspicious right now. He's desperately trying to patch up holes in his testimony to conceal his real movements. Why would he be doing that? I mean, obviously, I want to pick Ingo as the victim just because of how nonsensical it is. Maybe Ingo is the one who actually got killed and now he's a ghost. That's it. The whole case has just been one big ghost. What am I saying? That doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, is that gonna... I need to rethink this. Ingo is like... Okay. I mean, yeah, obviously Ingo's a murderer. If it's not Malin, Ingo's the only other person who could have done this. I have to assume he did if I want to think Malin is innocent. And then in mind, why would Ingo change out of his work clothes? What happened to make it necessary? When Ingo killed Talon, his clothes must have gotten blood on them. He had to change it to something else to hide his involvement. But then, wouldn't the Sheikah Force have found the clothes in the house? How could they have disappeared? They were thrown in a fire. Go burn his clothes. That's it. This explains everything. I believe I can offer an alternative explanation. Objection. Nonsense. Judge, the defense spent far too long sitting in silence just now. They clearly have nothing. Call for a quick ruling. Objection. Not only can I explain it, but in fact, the defense formally accuses a witness of the murder. No! I'll be right back.
Alright, I'm back. The reason he had to swap his outfit and why he's been lying about the circumstances ever since is because he got stained with the victim's blood. Objection! Preposterous. If there were any discarded bloody clothes nearby, the Sheikah force would have found them, and we would be trying someone else for murder right now. Why, you are absolutely correct, prosecutor. Naturally, Ingo couldn't have left his bloody clothes lying around. And so, he used this to dispose of them. The oil bottle. Take that! Your Honor, cast your mind to the princess's last testimony. Princess's, the mysterious fire. Objection. Truly you jest. You yourself made sure we all knew how meaningless her testimony was. And yet, with this new context in mind, it gains a completely new meaning. An empty bottle of lamp oil, found by a burned out fire. Ingo used his lamp oil to quickly burn away his stained work clothes. Well, how about it, witness? My scenario explains everything. You killed Talon and then tried to hide it. This is... No. Hold on. What drivel are you spouting here? Me? Kill Talon? We already know that's impossible. Witness testimony. It's too busy for murder. If you've said this wrong, I have no idea what you're on about. I have an alibi for the time of the crime. I just couldn't have done it. There's no way I could have completed those milk shipments, killed Talon, and tried to hide my involvement. The fire was just made for a quick breakfast. There's no mystery there. Stop trying to pin this on poor innocent Ingo. Okay, so we know that there's a way. Now I shouldn't have to remind your defense, but you yourself were surprised that Ingo was able to complete the shipment on time. I think even more things for him to do in that time is preposterous. That's right, the great Ingo is efficient as his job, but not that efficient. Nope, it had to have been him. I'm sure of it. There must be some trick at play here. Some kind of shortcut. Let's find it. I mean, we have the evidence. I'm just trying to see if there's going to be more parts to the testimony added first. No, this is not helpful. Not helpful. This. Hold it. Would it really have taken that long to murder someone and burn some clothes? It would have taken long enough to definitely make the scheme infeasible. Cleaning the shipments is a rather involved process. You have to milk the cows, clean the bottles, pour the milk into them, put them into crates, load those into a wagon. I love working with the cows. That part takes the longest because you only get a little at a time. So as Mr. Ingo said, the whole thing really does take a while. Father and usually have to work together to get it done in time for the courier's arrival. There you go, the feds. Your only client knows this is the unshakable truth. Okay, so there's no way he could complete the shipments and also do the killing. In that case, there had to be some way for him to finish the work faster. Just had to find it. I mean, he already gave the hint before. Objection. Wait. It's not going to let me too? Come on. Come on. I even gave the hint before. I mean, it's not the first time that's one of my issues sometimes with the Ace Attorney games where I'm just like jumping the shark, where they really want me to go for something way before getting to the part that clearly is where it's leading to. Like I'm one or two steps ahead, and so like trying to figure out what they want me to do to get there is what. It's a bit of a pain. Can you explain to me what an alibi is again? With pleasure. At the time of the crime, I was busy preparing the day's shipments with milk. That's hard work. I barely had enough time to get it done before the courier came to take them. Shipments were inspected by the Sheikah force as they were leaving the ranch. And as our resident detective has told us, they were found to be fully loaded up with bottles of milk. That's right. The Sheikah force itself has vouched for me. So no way I could be the culprit. Oh, I disagree. There has to be a way. There must be. I forget you said it's... Okay, this is not gonna let me, like, hold it. Sure, my scenario is more plausible at this point. These panicked attempts to fix your story. More plausible isn't for you to decide, defense. It's a judge that makes the final call, and as long as this alibi stands, I can't imagine him siding with you. Yes, all of the loose ends have been tied up to it before decision. Miss, please continue. Fire was just for a quick breakfast. There's no mystery there. Hold it. So you had enough time for breakfast, but not enough to kill someone? Yes, of course. Breakfast was cooking while I kept working, then I just quickly gobbled it up. There's no issue there. I mean, he's not wrong. He even said, like, it even makes sense with his previous testimony where he said it was slightly burned. In fact, yes, I remember it even burned a little bit because I wasn't completely paying attention to it. So I had to go get that glass of water too, you see. I had to wash it down after. What a convenient little explanation. For all I know, he actually did cook up a breakfast on the fire of burning clothes as you. Continue, witness. I want to hear about your culinary adventures. Of course. My point is what I've been telling you this whole time. Hold it. The only people who could have done this were you and Malin. And I know Malin well enough to know she couldn't be a culprit. That leaves you as a perpetrator. Yes, by now we know how much you value your friend. Let me remind you though that feelings don't matter at all here. Either show us solid evidence that puts Ingo's alibi into question or concede defeat. Is there any way he could have done the work faster? Not sure. Would be nice if there was though. Could sleep in a little bit longer every day. Yeah, you'd think he would have shared it with you if you knew one of those. So what shortcut did he use? Go. I don't know how I'm supposed to get there. I don't know what they're trying to get me to do. If I look at profiles, no, I don't see anything here that could help. Like, not at all. What else then? It was like, I know that I know it's this. I don't know how they want me to use it. That's my issue. Like, I don't know what it's trying to go for. And that's the annoying part. Not here. Like, this is... I don't know what else it's trying to do. What it's trying to get me to go for. Doesn't make sense. How? Like, do I want to go to check again the guide? It's like... I don't know. Wait, is there more than one page? Where is it? Where is it? Huh? Okay, so basically it's telling me that I should do exactly what I did. So it's weird because like it's telling me the guide is telling me that what I did was correct. So that's weird. Like I don't know if it's because I had to go through more stuff. Like it's okay, now it works. But did you though? Did you really complete those shipments properly? Defense, I shouldn't have to remind you that Shake of Force checked the boxes thoroughly. They were definitely full of milk bottles. Oh, I'm sure of it. I'm sure it looked that way. What are you getting at?
What are you getting at, Defense?
Here you go, Your Honor.
Huh? Milk? For me?
Are you trying to bribe the judge now? I didn't think you'd stoop so low.
The Crown will be informed of this.
Oh, it's nothing like that. All I'm asking is that His Honor try tasting the milk. Just one little sip.
This is highly irregular. But to be honest, I could use a drink. All this talking does make one's throat dry, you know?
You know what? Amen to that. Let's take a sip of water.
You've probably talked the least out of everyone here, though. Since the defense insists, I'll go ahead and take a sip. Is this what passes for milk these days? This almost tastes like water.
Water? I have to agree, this is definitely not standard milk. As we've heard from the princess and the detective, London Ranch is renowned for the quality of its products. There's no way people would say that about milk this lousy. Bah, whatever. As if the unwashed masses would know the difference between quality and garbage. Where are you going with this, Defense? It's simple, you see. I received this bottle from Detective Impa, still unopened during the first recess. So we know there were no milk shipments today, so this must have come from one of Ingo's shipments from yesterday. Ah. It's true that Ingo couldn't have murdered Talon and also complete either the shipments on his own. Unless he cheated. Ingo watered down the milk to get the shipments done in time.
Order, order, order. Yes, I suppose that would work.
Indeed. All I had to do is milk fewer of the cows. To save enough time without ruining the taste too much. Guess use about a 50-50 split of water and milk. This is... No! Town! Objection. And we stop you right there. I will concede that something odd happened to that shipment, but all I have proven is that Ingo is a slacker. How dare you? Objection. Be quiet, you mongrel. Sure, Ingo watered down the milk. That doesn't make him a killer though, does it? Well, no. But now we do know that he definitely could have done it. We know he did go to the crime scene, and we know he did have the time and opportunity to kill Talon as well. Yet there's a vital element missing still. Let me put it in simple terms so even an idiot like you can understand. You like the murder weapon. If Ingo was a murderer, then it couldn't have been the saw. This song goes hard. This song goes so hard. Like, so hard that I might steal that one for my personal playlist. I love this one. This song is so good. Objection. This evidence reveal a clear contradiction testimony, Your Honor. I must say, I can't say I see anything clear there. The only thing that's clear here is your incompetence. I guess I must be on the wrong track. Wait, how does that prove that it couldn't? How? That's a good... Could it not? How do I present an evidence for that? Do I present the saw? I know, I don't get it. Like, I think I might be about to get a game over. Which, unfortunate. I don't know how long how much I'm gonna have to catch up if I do get a game over, though. How do I prove it, though? Like, it's not the inventory, it's not the saw. Autopsy report? I'm afraid I don't see how that piece of evidence is relevant at all, feds. Okay, here it is, shiny new penalty. Okay, now it says game over. Okay, so... Wait, do I have to restart like the entire thing since the recess? Is that how it's gonna go? Am I gonna have to speedrun? Please don't tell me this is going to be a speedrun. God. Please don't tell me I'm going to have to catch... I'm going to have to do... Okay. How far is the last... Like, where does the last scene start? Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay, now I'm less tempted to go through the guide knowing this. Okay, then what do I have? No, it can't be the milk shipments as an alibi. I know it's something metallic. A sharp metal object. The saw is not what... It's not the wrench inventory. I don't know what I'm supposed to use here. Why can't it be the saw? Like why? Why would it not be the saw? I don't get why. Like, I don't get why it can't. Is that it? I don't... I'm gonna see... I'm gonna look at... I think I'm gonna look at the guide for the next one. Wait, okay, this is really funny. It's like... I think I'm missing a detail here. Something I'm not understanding about this. Press what? Like, it's telling me press, and I don't get... Okay, oh, hold it. And why is that? It's simple. If the girl's story about working on the fence is true, then she was using the saw while her father was being murdered. So it could have been in two places at the same time. Do I agree with this? Yeah. But we're in complete agreement on this point. Do you realize the problem that creates for you, right? I'm sure it can all be explained. As if. But very well. Then let's move on to why nothing else could have been a murder weapon either. Okay. Where would this supposed other murder weapon have even come from? Could I have used any old thing? Either answer the question, defense, or this discussion is over. No need to overthink this. An Oringo could have gotten a weapon from will do. I'll have to worry about the exact details later. Yeah, this song is so good. Milk shipments. This... No, okay. This is not gonna help. Okay, what did he say again? Okay. No, wait, I did not mean to press that. Okay. Do I have something that... Where could it have come from? That's a good question. Where? Milk shipment return? I don't know. Like, this is not an... Wait. I forgot what Malin said before. Did she say she had the saw? What if she did say that or not? I don't know. Wait, why am I pressing it again? Is this gonna help? I doubt it. Yeah, I know. And this is gonna take a while, huh? Okay. Where would it come from? If I look at profiles. I mean, let's get another game over at this point. I don't see how this could help. This one is not gonna help. I don't know. Okay, this is yeah, like I said, like this is probably not gonna work. Let's look at the guide if I can. Wait, I thought I picked the wrench inventory. Oh no, it was for the previous one because like the guide said the wrench inventory, but I thought I did pick it. I thought I did, but apparently no. All right. It was like I was pretty sure I did. So weird. Yes, let's retry the last seed. Okay, like we know we've been through this already, like through this one specifically already. Yeah, I thought I did pick it. A sharp yeah. Simply impossible. We checked all sharp objects in the ranch and searched everyone. No fresh blood was found anywhere else. The oil bottle, I think. Wait, it's not? Because here's the thing. If the cloth could have been used as the excuse for cleaning the axe, yeah, he could have used the clothes that he burned to clean up the weapon. So like, I'm not sure what else it would be. Okay. No. Hold it. Couldn't Ingo have just... which one would I pick? Wiped it off. I should need to remember... Horses employ people just for this task. Unless focuses on selling horses and milk, the animals there aren't regularly butchered. So there's no good reason why any of the souls would have fresh blood on them. Any such implement would have stood out like a sore thumb. That's a good point. I may have to rethink this. Can I dispose of it or hidden it? One of the two. No, hidden it? Maybe? Or dispose. Was it the same way? That's impossible, you see? Check all sharp object. Okay, what is this? No items from the ranch's inventory list were missing, and that list is indisputable. Hold it! How can you be so sure the inventory is accurate? But use your head. There was a royal visitation scheduled for that day. The ranch owner needed everything to be in order. He would have double, even triple checked that list when he wrote it. Suppose he would have, but... Here's the thing. Like, if I just submit it again... Like, Ingo wrote it. So I don't know if it's going to accept that evidence. The inventory list itself is false. Oh, fascinating. What exactly makes you question the veracity of this document? It's simple. Yes! Here's the thing! It's the fact that Singo! The name. Ingo. Take that. Just look there. The one who compiled this list was Ingo himself. He could have easily falsified the counts as part of his plan. Doesn't matter. Does it? Does it? The thing could have left the ranch. That is... Wouldn't Ingo have been able to just throw the item out of her defense? But obviously we searched the perimeter of the ranch as well. Nothing was found anywhere. This is the most important point. Nothing has nothing really been able to leave? Hold it. No. Oh wait, it's not hold it. It's a take that. The shipments. It's the shipments. We're milk shipments. You really sure nothing left the ranch? What about the few little shipments of milk? Preposterous. You forget said shipments had been checked by the Sheikah force before they were allowed to leave? That's true, but there was a place a Sheikah could have overlooked. When didn't the name we were babbling about? We're talking about bog standard crates here, boy. Not exactly vast dungeons full of nooks and crannies to stuff things into, are they? Where could he have missed a murder weapon? Simple. The overlook. Wait, the crates themselves? Let's think of what could have been used as a murder weapon. The crates themselves? Like, it is... You know, the nails, maybe. Like, it's the crates themselves. No. No, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I agree. Alright. Contents of the bottles. There's one place inside the crates that Yoshiko couldn't have checked thoroughly without ruining the shipments. Ruining the shipments? That's right. Ingo put the murder weapon inside one of the bottles to conceal it from the search. That does seem plausible. Now, just wait a moment. A weapon in a milk bottle wouldn't just go unnoticed. Someone would have reported it. Nope, there is a way. How can you be so sure? Do you even know how much milk an average milk bar uses each day? All those shipments have most certainly been completely used up by now. So drinking from that bottle would have found it for sure, choked on it even, if you took it too large of a swig. It would be a huge scandal. Well, he's right about that, but he's missing some vital information. The return shipment. Objection. You would be correct that a weapon showing up in someone's milkshake would cause quite a stir. If the milk ever actually made it to any milk bar, that is. You see, I overheard a very interesting tale during the recess. Word was sent from the ranch not long ago that one of the shipments was returned unopened due to being misaddressed. No. Indeed. If you recall, Ingo was the one who handled all of that. Now that's strange. The ranch supplies the same milk bars every day. Even if he had messed up the street address a little, the couriers would have known where the shipment was meant to go. How could he have bungled it that badly? It's almost as if he didn't want anyone receiving a bowl of milk with a murder weapon in it. I bet Ingo expected this box to sit in shipping limbo a while longer. Unfortunate for him that the postal service was on its game today. Maybe because they were worried it'd start to smell. I believe this calls for us to investigate those boxes of milk more closely. Soldiers, have these boxes retrieved from the ranch immediately. Complete. Is that the end? Grr. This is slander. Why would I kill Talon? Sure, he's a bit of a layabout, but he did give me a job. Why would I want him dead? The motive. That's simple. Why, I'm surprised you're even asking about it. The evidence easily explains her motive. This one is very obvious. Ranch inheritance document. Malin will inherit the ranch if she's unable, which she would be if she was in jail. Divide the deed between the crown and the remaining employees. There's only one employee. It's him. Their inheritance document you brought to the court's attention states the following. In case of a testator's death, his daughter Malin of Lon Ranch will inherit the ranch, unless she is unable to oversee it, in which case it shall be divided between the crown and the remaining employees. Oh! What? You not only killed Talon, but decided to frame Malin for the crime as well, so you would be the one to inherit part of the ranch. That's why you volunteered to work in the silo all day, and gave you an alibi so that Malin would be the only possible culprit. Of course you knew about the royal visitation in advance. You knew Malin would go back to the ranch house to prepare before they arrived. Perfect setup for the royals to find her next to the body. No, no, no! What are you talking about? Talon sending the ranch over to me? Preposterous. Did he really not know? Yes, it was Dragmire who procured the actual document, not him. Your Honor. What is it? What is it, soldier? The box you requested is here. Already? That was quite fast. Apparently the team at the ranch had already noticed something already with it on their own. Box arrived just as we were about to rush out a courier to deliver our message. Well, 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 let's see for ourselves then, shall we? Part of the shipment that proves my case is... I wonder which bottle is the suspicious one. Would it be this one? This one? This one? Or this one with some red in it? Well, I have bad news for you, Pat. It happened to be the one on the left. There it is, from the bottle of a slight red tint to the milk. Looks like some kind of serrated knife. That explains the irregular wound pretty nicely. How could those shaky idiots have missed this? I'm sure the milk was pure white when they first checked it. It took a whole day for the blood to dissolve in it. Either way, no matter how you slice it. Nice bun. Nice bun. No matter how you slice it, this proves my theory right. Oh, I've had it. Fine, fine. You wanna know why? You wanna know why I really killed that scumbag? No. No, what are you? So you admit it? Yes, I admit it. What would you do if one day, after years of backbreaking labor, despite putting your all into the ranch, you were thrown away like rubbish without any reason? Fired. Farewell. We don't need you anymore. Also, I love the different versions of the theme and how like devil throughout the case. It's like this sounds like it really fits him losing it completely. What? But that doesn't make any sense. Oh, don't lie. I heard it all. I was just returning back from another day of spine-wrenching work, and lo and behold, what's this? Mel and Talon are talking behind my back. I heard it all. We'll let him go after the visitation. We can't handle things without him. And so, after volunteering to work on a shipment, I quietly slipped out while the girl was busy and shanked the good for nothing slacker. Ha! You should have seen his face. You didn't expect it at all. So yes, Malin, I killed that lazy bum you called a father. And he deserved it.
Order! Order! The witness will cease his boasting over such a terrible deed. Think we've heard enough. Soldiers, take him away.
Hold it. Wait just a moment. Ingo. Yes, girl? Want to apologize for what you've done? Apologize? Me? You're horrible. We were playing the firewood. Oh, you completely misunderstood what we were saying. Huh, what? We've had so much work recently. Well, you know how it goes with the world visits. Always a busy time. Gonna make sure everything's in tip-top shape. I do worry somewhat about old Ingo, though. He's been complaining about his back recently. Do you wish he'd take a step back and relax sometime? Maybe we should convince him to take a vacation. Wow! Now there's an idea. It'd do him good to just get out for a while. I'll discuss it with him after the visitation. After things calm down, we can handle everything without him. That's... You were planning? What? A vacation for me? And I did... No, it can't be so. Please say it ain't so. Oops. We have witnessed today the results of a truly horrifying misunderstanding. But misunderstanding or not, what you've done is unforgivable. Talon was a kind man, beloved by all who had the good fortune to cross his path. This loss will be felt not only at his ranch, but all across Hyrule. The killer turned out to be an utterly pathetic man with delusions of grandeur. I mean, look at him! Another idiot dressed like a clown! He's not wrong. Jeez, he's really laying into him. I bet he's just upset because he lost. The prosecution's rant aside, I think it's time to declare today's verdict. This is just a formality, but will the defendant please step up to the stand? Young miss, I am very sorry for the situation you have found yourself in.
I'm very glad she appeared to have such a good attorney as a friend.
I would have chosen anyone else.
Aw, thanks. Now then, without any further ado, in the name of Goddess Celia and the sacred land of Hyrule, I hereby find Mulan of Flanlan Ranch not guilty. Now, give me the foot confetti. Yeah, that's close enough. That's close enough to confetti. Court is adjourned. March 17th, 12:32 p.m. Hyrule Grand Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. We did it. I suppose so. I guess Ingo's outburst kind of soured the mood, huh? I don't think I can ever forgive Mr. Ingo for what he's done. That's fair enough, honestly. Really though, you shouldn't think about that for now. You're free. It's time to celebrate. I guess you're right. Let's celebrate with some watered down Lon milk. Excellent work. I knew you'd pull through. Oh, thanks? I could have done it without you, really, so thank you. No, that's not quite right. If you want to thank someone, I'm not the one who deserves it the most. Huh? Your Highness? I thought you were going back to Hyrule Castle. What string did Impa have to pull together here? I was, but I realized I should apologize for what I did personally. It's an honor. There is no need to bow. Not after what I have done. Really, if not for my status, I would have probably been carted off to prison alongside an angry little man. Perjury's, pretty serious, so that's probably not entirely wrong. As usual, you don't give yourself enough credit, Your Highness. How can you say that, Detective? I almost condemned an innocent person to prison. Yes, there are some things you should think twice about doing in the future. It's all thanks to you that the young lady over here finally went free. Huh? Come on, attorney. Show Her Highness what I'm talking about. Take that. The bottle. Well, it's true. Without this, without knowing about the fire, we wouldn't have had any proof to substantiate our claims. And really, your obviously false testimony helped us a lot. Ouch! Impa just stepped on my foot. Well, there you have it. In any case, I'm sure Miss Mellon isn't too upset. Well, sure? 10 hut! We have orders to escort the princess back to the castle immediately! Just in time. Farewell, Your Highness. And so they left. Now then, listen to me. I'm perhaps being too lenient on the princess, but tough times are ahead. Princess will need all the confidence she can get to lead the kingdom through them. She needs to learn to take responsibility for her actions too, though. And she will. Huh? Her Highness is in for a rather unpleasant afternoon today, I imagine. The urgency with which she has just been escorted out of here isn't coincidental. What? Is the king going to scold her? At the very least. Now then, my duties call, unfortunately, so I must be off. Again, you did well today, both of you. I trust I'll be able to rely on you in the future court proceedings as well. I'll try my best. Wait, does that mean that there's going to be a sequel? That's all I ask. That unpleasant prosecutor seems to be making his way over here, so I'll be excusing myself post-haste. Farewell. Because, like, I'm pretty sure this game is only this case. Which like, for a full game, like, it's kind of short, but, like, I like the fact that I can just play it in one sitting. So, like, I'm not complaining that it's short, because also, the level's quality is so good that, like, I know I read that it took years
And I'm not surprised that it took years. Like, I don't need convincing that it took years. You. Hello, nice day we're having, isn't it? Tell me, now, where did that blasted detective go? To have my reputation tarnished this way, find some novice attorneys from the boonies? Dramatic much? He looks about ready to burst from anger. Don't be such a sore loser. You lost. Deal with it. Yeah, we got the right verdict. Doesn't that make you even a little bit glad? Yes, I suppose there is some worth in that. What transpired is most unfortunate. I can only offer my condolences. Just remember that it was meddling of that idiotic princess and the stupidity of that blasted detective that led to your arrest. So if you have any grievances, take it up with them.
I suppose there is some truth to what he's saying.
Speaking of the detective,
it appears that she has fled from me like a cocoa on fire. Mark my words, she will regret what she's done for generations.
Well, that sure was something. Know if he was being sincere or just wanted to shift the blame into someone else. I want to say he's entirely blameless. Never mind that. Do you think you'll be alright running the ranch by yourself? Of course I'll come visit, but I have my attorney duties too. I'll get in touch with the castle, see if they can spare some men to work at the ranch. Silly as my father may have seemed, he really did prepare me to take over one day. And he's taught me well. I'll make sure the animals are well cared for, just as I always have. That's the spirit. I believe in you. I really want to thank you for bringing the truth to light. If it wasn't for you, I don't even want to think about what could have happened. Don't mention it. I'm just glad everything worked out in the end. And so ended a very personal case for me. Felt like a weight had been lifted off my back. Melon continued working at the ranch, hoping to make it prosper even beyond what our father was able to accomplish. I didn't really think much about it, but the days following were some of the happiest I've lived for a long time. Little did I know that a terrible tragedy would soon shock the entire kingdom, and I'd find myself smack dab in the middle of it. But that's a legend for another day. And that looks like the credits. I know that there's supposed to be some transfer pack scenes. I'm not really sure what those are supposed to be. Like, I'm not sure if it's related to like some other game, other hack, or like what they consider like extra scenes. Depending on what it is, like I might go through that too. But if it's not, like I'm not going to, obviously. Like if I'm gonna have to like look into like having other files for this, like I'm just not gonna bother. And I'm just gonna look it up. Like I'm just gonna watch it offline. But yeah, I'm very impressed with this game, and that is like fun game. They really nailed the Ace Attorney vibe. Like both like the style and just like the dialogue. It really sounded like Ace Attorney dialogue. The soundtrack was amazing, and from a technical standpoint, it is just so impressive. I think I'll stream again tomorrow, but like it's probably gonna be earlier in the afternoon. I think like I've tried Rumble earlier today, and I think it's a very cool game. So I might like I'm probably gonna take some time to set up a stream for it. Like I'm not sure how well it's gonna work with VR streaming. Like I'm not sure if my computer's gonna be a fan or not. I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure how the bonuses work. Like I'm not sure if I'm gonna knock them out or not. I'm not really sure how they work. Like once I find out about it, I might look into doing those. But otherwise, like, I'm fine with stopping it here. We'll see. But yeah, like, tomorrow I'm probably gonna try some Rumble stream. I was like, because like I watched a video about Rumble that's like probably one of the best videos of like I've ever seen on YouTube. Like to the point it convinced me to try it out, and like I've tried it out, and I have so much respect for the good players, just because even just doing the basic attacks is harder than it looks. Like it really takes muscle memory. Like, from what I understand, I've been learning quite quickly. But it is complicated. Oh, there's Talon's grave. But yeah, I'm glad I decided to play this. That was fun. What I found out though is I'm probably not meant for dialogue heavy games like this. I was like, my throat is killing me. Like probably even more than after what's it called? After the charity tour last weekend, my throat was less dead. This is like half the duration, and even then I started taking it easier like halfway. Oh, extras. Okay, like I don't know how long the extras are. So like, okay, so that was like the transfer pack. Like, and yeah, here's the thing though, like, I wouldn't mind doing it another day. I just don't know if like it's long enough to just do it like a stream for that. And the issue is, what do I want to do once I'm done with that? That's the main question I'm asking myself. Like, sure, I could do this separately. Like, I wouldn't mind doing it separately because, like, we have been going for a while. But yeah, like, I'm not really sure when I'd be doing it. Because, like, actually, let's just do extra one and then judge from there. Alright, like, let's take a look quickly. Oh, what? What? That's what we're dealing with? Oh my god, okay, so that's what the extras are? Wait, they're straight up a full... That's what the bonuses are? Okay, no, I want to try this a little. Oh, I did not expect to be playing a platformer. I wonder how much I'll struggle. I'm not good at platformers. I'm not gonna pretend I am. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I think... Wait. Okay, I think I know what happens. Let me confirm what What just happened? I don't know what just happened there. That was weird. Oh, I can wall jump? That's also good to know. Oops. Oops. Like I said, I'm not great at platformers. Oops. Wait, do I even need to sprint jump for this one? Oh, it's the double jump that does this. It's not pressing B. At least from what I understand. No, I don't get it. Wait. Oh, that's the crouch. Wait. Oh, it's pressing down. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, actually. Oh, oops. Like I said, I'm not great at platformers. I did not expect to be playing a 2D. I did not expect to play a 2D platformer in a Zelda hack about an Ace Attorney Zelda Ocarina of Time hack. Yeah, a bit. I did not expect to be playing a 2D platformer. Okay, I think we'll be fine. No. Okay, I should be. I think I'll try using the D-pad. Oh no. Okay, that was more slippery than I thought. Oh, okay, no, I think I'm even worse with the D-pad. I'll get it. Not if I do this. Okay. Okay, this should be fine. And if we continue like this, nope. How long do I keep going? I don't know. I'm scared of accidentally, like, pressing down. Wait, I could use that to my advantage though if I'm smart about it. Nope. Okay, so they're not the same speed. I wonder how long this is. Do we have checkpoints? Wait a minute. No! Do we have checkpoints? Or am I gonna have to start over? Because like, I'm especially scared right now because like I feel like I'm about to mess it up. Please tell me that's the only one. What? Oh. What? Oh, yeah, okay, that's the transfer pack thing. Oh. Okay, yeah. That's bonus one. Yes, I'm on the virtual console version. No, 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 not continue, not continue. Can I, like, reach? Oh, yeah, I can control. This works. Oh, yes, yeah, I'm on the virtual console version. Okay, so, like, there's 2 more bonuses. What is this? Oh, we're gambling. Okay, show rules. Okay, so like poker. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. Wait, you can change the music? Okay. Tingle is higher than Ganondorf, who's higher than Zelda, who's higher than Link, who's higher than the hard container, who's higher than the rupee. It's like, let's do this. Oh, I can raise? How do I raise? How do I raise? Can I raise? Oh, by clicking the rupee. You know what? How do I win? How do I win? Oh. Yeah, like does it just keep going forever? That's very funny. Like, what do you mean? How much I want to know about this? Like about like this mini game? It was like, or like about the. I mean, I don't think I mind knowing more, because like, I feel like the goal for this is way too vague. Is there? Okay, 50 rupees? Sounds good to me. Okay, I get how it works now. At least I think I do. I think I finally understand the rules. So like basically I decide how much I bet, I get double of what I win if I win, so I just want to increase the bet if I think I have a shot of winning. And like I did not like my odds, so I did not raise. Oh, you know what? I don't hate this. Okay, and the cap is 5. Yeah, I like this. Oh no, it's the entire pool times 2. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's try 4. Oh, this is not looking great. Yeah. I'll keep that in mind. You know what? Let's do for like 3 maybe? Okay, yeah, this works. We're getting close. We're making progress. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't want to bet more than that. I don't like this hand. Good call, good call. Five. Oh. How do I want to do this? Maybe 2? I don't know. Like, I don't think it was a good thing to bet on. Oh, never mind. We're almost there. So those two. Let's go for 3. This doesn't look too bad. Yeah, just like it's not great, but it's okay. Okay, so let's try this. Let's gamble a bit. No, yeah, this is okay. We're almost done. Oh god. Yeah, I don't trust this hand. Suddenly this become less yeah, okay. Good call. I don't like this hand. Like, it's not horrible, but I know that it's like from how the game has been so far, it's very easy to have a worse hand than that. As I was saying, like this is let's go with this. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this. How about... Oh! Let's try this. Well... Okay, I'm losing this hand. No, never mind! Okay, now I want to see it now. Is there more that I can learn from this, or does it really stop at 50 rupees? Pat, do you know? Okay, cool. Now, let's find out about what this is. Oh, wait. No. Yeah. Yes, I will need a classic controller. Wait, did I press it again? Wow. What a genius. Guys, this is what we call a modern day Einstein. Okay. What's a good... You know what? Yeah, this works. When he is on screen. Does this work? Okay, did not even have enough time to press it. Up, down, down, left, right, B. Oh, okay, so that's what it is. Oh my, this is really funny. Wait, can I do this with other characters? Yeah, not with the judge. If I do it like to any other character. Okay, so it does reset. Wait, I think a Ganon just turned into the normal Ganondorf. No, okay. Okay, so yeah, it just reverts. Now let's try the last extra then. And yeah, so far, it does confirm what I was thinking, that this is a bit too... This would have been too short to do it as a separate stream. Wait, is that a full... Turnabout Thief? Is that going to be a, like, a full case? Wait, is that a full case? Like, is that enough for another stream, or is this one like... Okay, so that one is long enough for another stream. Like, I know that you know more than I do, so like I don't know, is it like that long or relatively quick? I expect it to be shorter, but I have no clue like how long. Okay, you know what? Yeah, like, just because I have no clue how long it's gonna take. Like, it's probably not enough for its own stream, but it's probably gonna last, like, longer than I would like, considering how long I've been going. So I'm probably not gonna do this one today. But, so yeah, I should probably think of something I could do, like, next time after the case. And also, let's find someone to raid. Oh, if it's 2 hours, then that might almost like maybe slightly short, but probably like almost enough for a stream on its own. Like, yeah, that's almost a full stream on its own. Like, maybe slightly short, but I could probably find something to like fill out a bit more time if I think it's too short. Probably. But yeah, let's find someone to raid. You know what? Oh wait, do I have someone? Do I have someone that I want to raid? Hey, sure. Sure, let's go her way. That works with me. Yeah, let's go with Steph. Like, I know that I was not necessarily going to go for someone playing Ocarina of Time anyway. Like, this works. Thank you guys for coming out. Like I said, tomorrow afternoon, I'm probably going to be streaming Rumble. I'm definitely going to be doing the other one, like, the other case, I think, Monday, maybe? Yeah, probably Monday. Man, I really enjoyed this game. Like, so I'm glad that I've got like more than one case. That's a really nice surprise. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys next time.